Hello. Hello, everybody. Hello, everybody, anybody who's watching. I think I've grossly underestimated how tricky this is going to be because I need like the microphone here, right? Or I could have the microphone, right? I mean, I don't need to be talking during this, right? Why do I need to talk? It's art stream. Bob Kyle, it's fine. I'm okay. I'm alive. I made it. I just loaded a save. Okay, we're gonna do art memes. So little different. I don't think I've ever really done art memes on stream. Actually, I think I kind of maybe like doodles once or twice. Do I need to warm up? Probably should. Might be for the best, but I think we're just gonna go right in. Let me put this up as I like it. Oh wait, is it broken? Uh-oh, hang on. This isn't broken, is it? Oh, nuts, it's broken. Hang on, can I fix this? No, please let me fix it. Let me fix. Hang on. Hang on, something is broken, I'm trying to fix it. Okay, I think that fixes it. Okay. There we go. Is it broken everywhere now? Now that I think about it? It's broken everywhere, bro. Okay. I'll have to fix it. It's not broken on that scene. What? Okay, I only have to fix it in one place. It's fine. It's okay. It's fine. We're gonna be okay. We made it. We're alive. Easel to stand for holding a canvas upright for an artist to paint. Oh, shit! That's why artists always talk about them! Oh, damn! You know, that explains a lot. That explains a ton, actually. Holy. Okay. Alright. Okay, so I kind of underestimated how tricky this is going to be because I got my mic here, and now I'm going to move my tablet in front of it, and then I've got, like, the keyboard here. I have to have freaking Discord open on a different monitor because I don't want it popping up where we're going to be drawn. Also, I've got my brew just sitting there, just ready for me to pull up stuff that that I might need. Because, you know, sometimes I forget what the fuck a character looks like. Like, I have to draw Tomo, I'm not gonna fucking know what to do, because I haven't drawn her in 7 years. But all I gotta do is search her up, and hey, there she is. I found her. Wait, did I legit not know that? I was... Bob Kyle, I was memeing. My response to you is also a meme. I'm playing 5D chess with memes. It's fine. Okay. Where should I put... Why is the waveform like so anemic? Now is not the time to try and fix it. Now is not the time to try and fix the way the waveform looks. We're gonna move on. Hopefully be okay. Alright. Let me move this. Shit, I can't even, right. There's like no room for my mic on my desk. Could I put it here? That's gonna fall. This is what I get for not preparing. This is what I get for trying to say, like, fuck it, we'll do it live. And then I do it live, and then everything goes to hell. Okay. This is good enough. Okay. So I think, I should be able to just... So let me go here first, just to be sure that I'm not doing something silly. Okay, we should be able to just... Okay. Where is Bob Bob? I think Bob Bob had to, go food shopping, is my understanding. But, I don't know how long it takes him. He could get back before we finish. I'm thinking of going to, like, maybe about 6 or so, because I need to make myself dinner as well. So, yeah. We'll go for a couple of hours, because, like, you know, just, like, 1 hour isn't really, the fuck was that? Did I destroy something? Oh, yeah, apparently I did. Okay. It's fine. It's fine. I knocked something over. I'm a cat. It's what I do, okay? It's like our job. We skill spec naturally into that the day we're born. Okay, should I explain what we're doing today? Probably, right? That might help, just a little bit. So we're doing a post-fantasy comic that I've been working on, not consistently, more sort of like on and off for a while. I don't remember exactly when I started it. Let's see when the oldest page was saved. 2025 of February, that's the oldest page. Now, I don't know if that's when it was last... I don't know when that page was last modified, or if that's just when that page was created. I'm not sure how Clip Studio Paint handles that. Anyway. It's basically a what-if kind of meme based on Bob Bob's Toho fanfic. Because you got Miko, and it's like, she's the main character. But, like, what if things played out a little differently? What if the order of things happened differently? And what if the things that happened were different? It's a bunch of, like, stuff. So we got... do the page. I'll show the pages in order, and then we'll pick a page to go with, because I've, as you can see from this, like, little left panel here, I've kind of worked on them out of sequence. So we have this first page. We've got this second page, which I would call pretty much done. More or less. We go here. We have this one. Excuse me? There we go. This one. So what this comic is meant to sort of kind of replicate is there's a bit in post-fantasy where, like, Miko gets the yin-yang orb, it activates, it gives her a fragment, and then I forgot, it's been a long time since I read post-fantasy, I forgot how exactly it goes. I think she, like, messes with the abilities from it a little bit, and then she gets, like, a flashback in it, like, because of it. She gets, like, this vision of the past, and it infuriates her, and so she does, like, this sort of, like, last rites with Danmaku for Rumia, and that ends up getting the attention of a lot of characters, and this is sort of meant to kind of mirror that. It's, but with different characters present, with a different fragment. So instead of Rumia, the first one she unlocks in this sort of, like, what if is Utsuho. So instead of, like, just some kind of, like, firing off of, like, darkness salvos, she shoots and summons, like, a big fuck-off sun in the middle of the city. My art style is interesting. Thanks for saying so. I hope you mean it's interesting in a good way, and not in a wow, that's interesting. Yeah, that's the word for it. I was trying to be productive and do some stuff while Bob was streaming, while watching the stream. Not related to this comic, different stuff. But since this is like fanfic, I don't mind streaming this. And those are the pages. So we gotta pick one to work on. This is my favorite one. I like the way I did the spread. I really like how the choices I made, like with the mountains here. It's good. I like it. This is my favorite page. Like all the choices I made just kind of came together. It looks really nice. But enough of me sucking my own dick. We have to find a page to work on. Certainly not. You don't think it's top tier, but not bad by any means. That's how I feel about it. I didn't really have a plan. I'm not sure which page I want to work on. I just kind of decided to do the Bob thing and just go, yeah, just do it. And hope for the best. I haven't worked on a single panel on the first page. We could do that. We could work on this. Be a little bit more... I want to do something a little simpler. Kind of sort of warm up. This would be... I want to figure out where to start. This page with E-Guy. I want to... when everything is a little closer to completion, I want to come back to how I drew the sun in all of these panels. It's sort of like rather incomplete, intentionally so. So I want to. I still don't have like a super clear picture in my mind of how I really want it to appear. How about these Aho pages? Art memes you suppose? Yeah, it's a little bit. This. I've said this before, I think, but finishing this comic was supposed to be like New Year's resolution for 2025. Obviously, I never managed. Techie page. Homo. What if we did... We could just do this one. All Miko. Oops, all Miko. Okay. Let me pull up. Okay, I think I should be able to keep my keyboard closer if I've got my tablet like this, right? Yeah. Time for New Year's resolution 2026. I haven't written that list yet, actually. That's a problem. You might notice there's points where I'll stop for a second. I've got my personal Buru up on a different window, so I'm gonna have to occasionally open that up to get some references, just to make sure I'm on the right track with drawing stuff. It doesn't help that, like, some of this stuff I haven't drawn in, like, a while. Do I need more than that? Maybe. I just need the basic idea. Okay, we're good. Alright. Let me see. Are we all swell? I guess so. Okay. It's also... It's making a little bit of a mess of my desktop. I don't know where to put any windows or anything, so I don't know... Where did this come from? I don't know where to put different windows and stuff. Alright. Panel is what? This? Okay. I want to do hands? Seems kind of boring. Let's do something more fun. This is part of the reason why it's taking me a while. Hello? Oh. Goodbye, guy who just typed. Hello, again, Mr. Spartan Reuploader. Welcome. Let's put that, yeah. Ah! What have I done? Okay, it's fine. I think I accidentally dragged a mask from a different layer onto this layer. It's fine. How... Man, I'm gonna just keep nudging the tablet into my mic. Oh, this might work. Hang on. That's a little better. I just need to change the size of the chat window. There we go. That helps a little bit. I might sound far away. Stop QAing the program. Listen! Listen! It's not my fault. Okay? They call it a curse for a reason. Alright? I'm not the QA guy, I swear. Oh yeah, that's like a healthy size. What were we doing? We don't need it that big. It's what they all said. Listen. Is this armature good enough? How was I doing it for every other one? Let's pretend like it's good enough. I don't think we're gonna see the front of it. It just these. It's fine. I may at some point try and see what I could try and like mess with the audio setup a bit, because I'll keep this music playing, but I might want to listen to something else. I need to see. I think this is fine. Just how much are we gonna see of everything? Because we have her. She has long hair. It's not like grown-up Miko, where her hair is like shoulder length. So a lot of this is just gonna get covered up, right? I draw this from behind. My eyes are like darting all over the place because I'm not used to having everything set up like this. It's very different. How did we do this in the last page, by the way? Okay, something like that. Which was done how? I need to remind myself of use one of those tools. Okay. That's all there was to it. It's literally just. I actually. Okay, I remember how I did this. I think. Maybe. I need to remember that because I'm about to do it several more times. I have to envision the apple and rotate the apple in my mind. And it's difficult. Don't have a Fantasia, by the way? No, think so. I can imagine things. How else would I draw? I keep seeing stuff move in my peripherals. It keeps making me look up. Is this acceptable? Probably, right? A little bit. Yeah, that's probably fine. I think a good portion of this I'll probably end up drawing over anyway. That's pretty much what I do. I'm okay with that. Haven't put much thought of what to do with this once it's done. I just send it to Bob. Just let him decide whether or not he wants to show it on stream, I guess. I don't know. I think 5 seems to be the way to go for our size here. I don't remember anything about this project. That's bad. like it. It's part of what I'm worried about with this too, is I worry about, like, shit, did the way I draw change significantly? Probably not, but, like, it's something where it's like, yeah, that would kind of be crummy if that's the case, right? Because just, it would make it all way harder. Cover it up? I think so. I think we have to care. I'm gonna draw over this. Drawing directly from behind, for me anyway, kind of awkward as fuck. It's something I do practice it sometimes, but it's also just been a long time since I've drawn this character in particular. I can't pull everything off the top, but I think it's fine so far. Her glasses should be big enough that like we shouldn't. I don't think we should be able to like have this, right? Probably not, but we could. Oh no, we could have. Oh, hang on. I don't think Miko has, like, stick out ears. At least, not the way I draw her. I don't think we need to do, like, this kind of thing. We can just kind of keep it as is. Okay, so let's... Right. There we go. Ah! Yeah, I flip the canvas a lot. Sue me. I also hit undo a shitload. I don't know if that's particularly unusual for a digital artist. I'm kind of just focused on drawing, so like the fact that like the music is playing in the background, just it's just a radio stream, isn't it? Probably fine. I could probably do this kind of thing on days where I like want to stream something, but I don't feel like fucking talking. It doesn't help that like drawing for me is like almost like I don't know if I would say meditative. It is like one of the few things where I can do it without like it's hard to get distracted. And there's a lot of other things, like programming or what have you. It's like I can sit there and like try to figure something out, and like just my brain will be like, "What about this other thing though?" Or like just suddenly start having these thoughts where it's like, you know, that's not helpful, but the brain still wants to pull me that way. But like with drawing, it's like even if I have like, oh, that's a distracting thought, let's go down that path. It's like I can still keep, I can still keep drawing, no problem. I think it's like the same reason why like whenever I read something on stream aloud, like a text box in a game or something, it's like I fuck up hardcore and trip over myself. But when I'm just talking normally, it's like it's fine. It's like you're using a different brain muscle, for lack of better term. If the way I'm doing the hair looks tedious, that's because it kind of is, but I like it. I would sort of do the same thing if it was in color, but my approach would be a little bit different. What if I just did that? That'd be a joke idea. What if I just like every other week or something we could be like, oh, Bob's done streaming. Let's drag him onto a clipsvh stream. Where I just draw post fantasy shit so he can talk about post fantasy. Just force him. Just like psyop him. Into post fantasying again. When I grumble like this, am I still audible over the music? Probably not. I don't know. I'm not really paying attention to the audio levels, unfortunately. It should be, like, okay. Hopefully the music's not, like, too quiet. I could put on other stuff. I'd put on some Bellacore, but I don't want to get, like, frickin' copyright claim. What do I have on my computer? I don't know. I have a lot of music on my computer. I want more. It's never enough. How did I do this on all the other pages before I commit? Okay. I think it was sort of similar to what I was about to do. I don't know why I'm scrolling that when it's not zoomed in. My host got different color hair, so irrelevant. Don't tell Aho I used her name and irrelevant in the same sentence. That's enough. Don't want to go for kill. I say as I continue adding more. The part is that I feel like I did too much, then we just change the color, go over it a little bit. Size of the brush too. Yeah, like I really can't tell if I'm speaking too quietly sometimes when I'm trying to say something. Clean this up a little bit. Do I need to get that granular with it? Probably not, but... Oh, okay, for what I'm cleaning now, definitely not. Alright, let's pull back. Take a little step back there. Or no, I'm not fine with it, actually. What are we doing for this? Yeah, probably. That. Can you tell I'm not used to talking while I do art? Although I don't know. I guess you could say that about like fucking video games too, right? Except like I guess streaming has given me more practice with that. Okay, I might say Miko in this panel is complete, so what we do now... Okay, I need to go back here, remind myself what I did. Again. Shove her in her own folder, and then... Okay. Did I accidentally undo? I did. That's how that works? Yes. I don't really need a real circle anywhere, do I? Could just, some of these. So I don't actually plan to have the circle there, we're just going to kind of imply it exists. This way of doing it is also tedious, but I think it's what I did here. Opposites, let's see. How about if we invert this? Cool. I don't know if bluing it helps. don't know if I want to go too crazy with tie-dye follow, because I don't think I think it's actually thicker here, yeah? It's about the same. It looks about the same. So we might actually want to make that a bit more. Imagine if, because I'm not talking very much, like, just stream gets content ID claimed for the fucking Persona 5 music that's in my playlist. I don't think that... Has that actually happened yet? I can't remember. I'm not monetized, so I don't really know if I actually, like, you know, care, but... I also don't think this particular example is something that can, like, mess with whether or not the stream is up. Because sometimes, depending on the kind of content ID claim, right, it could actually just, like, take the stream down, can it? Okay, we're gonna... Okay, we're gonna call it there. That's enough on that. Very cool. We're only an hour in and we're like barely halfway done with a single panel. Holy god. Now I know how Bob felt whenever he would do a post-fantasy writing stream. And he'd be like two pages deep and he's like, this is all I've written in 3 hours. Oh my god. I'm such a hack. I don't think he's gonna care if I say that without him being here. He'd say the same shit. I don't think he would have trouble admitting to that. Oh no, I didn't actually... Oh no, did I... Ah, nuts. Okay, that's a problem. And this is a solution. So the issue here is I was erasing and painting alpha and alpha transparency, rather, just to be specific. I goofed up. And it looks like I did that on the actual layer itself instead of the mask, so now I gotta fix that. It's really tedious for the way I want to do it, to keep everything safe and myself sane. Do it this way. The reason it matters is because of the way I want to paint the sparklies. Paint, draw. Technically, none of that is happening because it's all digital. Go on a race. That's what I'm already doing. Smooth it out a bit. Okay, so what I wanted to do back to how we were doing before. This kind of thing. It won't go that small? It'd be the opposite, right? sake of making it easier, do our ruler beams. What was it called again? No, it wasn't that. I'm dumb. Hang on. Please hold. It is radial line. I'm just dumb. Why wouldn't it be radial line? Please. Probably just really quick. I didn't make any changes to this one, so we don't have to say, well... You're gonna ask me later, and I'm gonna forget what I changed, so... May as well let it save. Okay. Give me... Yeah. This. Then we'll do... That way, I think I should be able to move it, at least more easily. Ooh, but now it's not. Okay, fine. Fine. Fine! No, I don't use the special tools as much as maybe I should. I'll do one of these. Doing this so I can yank it out and put it on my other monitor so it's kind of easy to look at for reference. Instead of having to switch back to it every, like, couple minutes. First, actually. So, the reason I did all of this first is because I was doing that here in the mask. So now, when I do this, I'm doing it on the actual layer, so it won't affect the mask, so I need to make some kind of change to what's happening here. I don't have to worry about redoing, like, this outline stuff, because it won't be ruined, because it's technically a different layer. don't know why I'm trying to go out from middle. Harder. These big, thick strokes. I don't worry too much about that. I might make this darker so I have a better idea. Actually, I can just go full dark, right? Because I've, yeah, we don't need the circles anymore. Kind of know where everything is. Bigger. I don't quite remember how I did it. I know this doesn't feel... This... No, not that much. This... Hang on. Something about it doesn't feel... Something about the way I was going about that didn't feel quite right. Right. It's still, Here we go. sharper. Not that it matters, it just came to mind. I still think it's a massive freaking cheat that, like, Bob calls his conspiracy streams writing streams. So he could pad his writing stream playlist. You can tell him I said that when he gets here. And before it turns out he's been watching silently this entire time, lurking in the chat. It's tedious, but I like the way it looks. That's not horrible. Okay. Like 20 more to go. Just afraid of. Yeah. You know, it's funny. It's like I'm not watching levels. I'm not watching anything. I have no way to know whether or not I'm muted. I could be talking right now, and like, I could be muted. Who knows? Finally, we're done shopping. How's it going here? It's going okay, Bob. I know what it feels like to be you, because you would do the friggin' post-fantasy writing streams, and you'd be there, and like you'd go through a 3-hour stream, and then you'd scream about only being like 2 pages deep. And here I am, fucking an hour and a half later, and I'm only like halfway done with 1 panel. I now understand your pain. Would you like me to go through a quick stroll through the pages for you, or shall I keep working on this panel? I don't think you've seen anything of this. I've never shown it to you. I don't think I've ever posted like the full like thing. Pain is a yes when it comes to create. True. Why am I zoomed in so much? I don't need to be zoomed in that much. What do you think, baby? You want to see the pages or nah? I mean, you can see most of them like over here anyway, but like, you know what I mean. Showed them at the beginning of the stream too. Stay in the dark where you don't have to think about your act. You're not even doing anything. You don't have to do anything. What do you mean? The one fucking doing this drawing stuff here. Do I like this? It's okay. Oh, speaking of Miko, I hear a little bit of Aiden's Capriccio in there. Maybe that's probably actually what this is, if I would actually pay attention. Okay. We can keep doing this, or we can move on to a different panel, because it is... I can understand why that this would be tedious and boring to watch. At least doing the bits for these stars. Exactly, you should be doing something, writing, and that's why you're dying on the inside! So what you're saying is, I should show the other pages. Again. Even though I already showed them at the start. I think it's too big. I think that's not big enough. But it's fine. It's gonna have to do. Oh, Bubba, I mentioned it on stream. I think the other day, or a couple weeks ago. I don't remember now. I didn't say what we would be watching, but I haven't asked you. Did you give any thought to that that watch along idea? You'd be up for it, so we would have to find like the time that works. So Wednesdays I have free, but it would have to be a Wednesday where it's quiet for me. But I don't know what your days are going to look like. I don't know what your new schedule looks like now that you're unemployed. You wish you knew what unemployment temp was gonna be like? What do you mean? See that there? Is that just me? Well, it's gonna go away soon if it's on the lair. Yeah, okay, it's going away. Baby Miko, get this crazy powerful fragment that could just create miniature suns. Go fucking hog wild. What could go wrong? Little freaking dork. Tell you what can go wrong. I have to feckin' draw all of them. Why would you do this to me, Miko? How could you? You guy would never. Aho would never. Okay, fatigue's getting to me. Gotta use more of my elbow. The beauty of a star is only surpassed by its destructive power, and only idiots, the naive, look to it as the pinnacle of either. Pain. And literally what's happening right here. How'd that work out for her? How'd that work out for her? Not very well. Not very well. It feels like we're almost done, but it also feels like we're so far from being done. Try not to go too crazy on these stars, because I like how this singular one came out, but I'm not gonna go like nuts trying to replicate this exactly. Next art stream, we take a break from all these suns, and we just draw, like, 14 Kogasas. God damn, you need to write. The desire is there, but the self-critique... Fuck the self-critique. Tell the self-critique to go hit rocks and just do it. I don't remember who this quote's attributed to, but I saw it somewhere. Write like no one's watching and edit like the whole world is watching or some shit. Speaking of writing, I also need to do writing. Shit, it's been long since I did writing. Longer than it's been since you've done writing, Bub. Trust me, it's true. Take my word for it. I feel like we already had Hallway, the Sealed Land play. Maybe I'm thinking of, like, the stream I did yesterday. Through this, we need Shark for that. There we go. If watching me do suns for like 20 minutes straight, it's like kind of boring. Just like, let me know. We can move on to a different panel. sound like you when you were doing the writing streams? Holy shit. Wait, how? Why? I'm just doing the same thing over and over, and you can see the progress. It's just slow, so I understand it might be kind of like boring to watch. Sorry if it's boring and more... Not sorry, it's just, hey, if this looks like it's kind of boring, you want to see me draw a character or something instead, we could do that, because it's all the same project. I was torn between, like, this page or, it's turning out way better. Holy shit. That's not good. I was torn between this page or this one, but then I have to remember how to draw Yuki and Itaka. It's a problem. But there's two Mikos. There's two Miko panels. It would have been that, or maybe I don't know if I want to do this techie one just yet, because this perspective I think is gonna fuck me up. But this Tomo page though. We could have done this one too. Or still could. I don't know why I'm saying could have. As if the door's shut on it. Might be good on this star, but a little more. Just a smidge more, just a little itty bitty tiny little bit. It's a good thing my filters are good, because otherwise you'd hear the tapping non-stop like this, and you'd wonder what the fuck is that, and it'd be kind of like when you watch a Bub stream and you hear him tapping his leg against his desk. The door's been shut. Actually, I think if you just turn the handle, you get it's shut forevermore! Yeah, a little bit. Except I'm the one advocating, you know, that you can turn the handle. Yeah, it looks a little better. That don't look better. We got more. I do this many knowing this is how I was gonna do it. Nico, why'd you make so many fucking stars, man? your parents teach you better than this? Oh, heck. Okay. I was just going at it, and I forgot. I turned off the snap. There we go. We've returned to snap. We're all good. Everything when caffeine starts to wear off for you, you usually end up feeling like you need to remove your skin. Feeling like, do I feel anything like that when caffeine starts to finish its course for me? I don't know what it feels like when caffeine runs its course. I don't know what you mean. Or I'm not sure if I understand what you mean. Is caffeine supposed to give you a jolt? I've never felt that. Actually, that's kind of wrong. I've felt something like that. When I used to like kind of lift semi-consistently, I think I fell off lifting around the same time I started getting into streaming. Funny enough. But when I was still sort of consistent with lifting, I would do a pre-workout that had like a metric shit ton of caffeine in it. Remember like what the serving was? It was like 250 mils or something like that. It's like an insane amount of caffeine. And the way caffeine works, because like if how it like opens up your veins and shit, like affects your heart, I would just feel kind of itchy all over my body. Like 30 minutes later, like after it like really kicked in. And you know, when you're doing your lift, you kind of ignore that. If you're still feeling it, it kind of goes away after a few minutes. But it's like, oh, that's weird and feels kind of gross, but like, you know, I'll deal with it. I don't usually feel like that. I've done like the 5-hour energy shit before, and like I don't feel like any kind of like, whoa, I'm awake. It's just kind of like, oh, okay. Granted, with the exception of the pre-workout stuff, I usually only do like caffeine. Actually, that's not true. I usually only do caffeine like when I'm like sleep deprived and like really want to try and stay awake. But I have tried taking caffeine before, like some classes and stuff. Try and help like focus or whatever. Can't say I'm like super familiar with like what coming down from it feels like. I've never felt the need to remove my skin though, if that's what you're asking me. When you're no longer going to be running a little high on it, usually when a medication or drug starts to wear off on you, you end up feeling strange in oddly specific ways. Interesting. You're no longer going to be running a little high on it. I'm not sure I understand what you mean by that. I don't know if I can relate to running high on caffeine. I don't know if I've ever experienced that. I don't know if it's because maybe I haven't had a high enough dose of caffeine. I've had 5-hour energy when I was sleep deprived, and it'd be like, oh, okay, I feel like a little bit more like I'm not gonna just, you know, fall asleep standing up. And then like 2 hours later, because if you're sleep deprived, you know, body doesn't care if you had caffeine, it's still gonna fall asleep. So the 5-hour energy is no longer the promised 5 hours. It just becomes like 2 hour bought a little bit of time. But then by the time I start dozing off again, it's like, oh, just dozing off again because caffeine isn't working because I'm sleep deprived. I never felt like, oh, I'm gonna like lose my marbles. Not making fun, I'm just saying I can't relate. Makes you feel like you've taken some kind of mental punch. Doesn't always work to keep you awake, but you're more likely to stay aware. You know, I thought I would have changed the music for myself by now, but I'm kind of chill with the playlist we got going on now. It's the usual stream playlist. Well, I could change it to the metal one and get some Demetori in there. What's better about doing this and trying to do a writing stream? Or what's probably better about this and trying to do a writing stream? I can actually talk while I'm doing this. I don't know. Did you ever have any difficulty like trying to talk and type shit for post fantasy at the same time? Probably, right? I would imagine. I know I would have a hard time with that. Yeah, because I think I was saying this on stream before. It's like I can talk and draw at the same time because like drawing. I don't know if I said this on stream other than this stream. Drawing is like one of those things. I guess video editing is sort of the same, but drawing is one of those things where it's like I can just kind of do it, and like no matter what distracting thought comes in my head that forces me onto its track, because I can't just let it be. I don't know if that's like an ADD brain thing, but like. I can just keep drawing like no problem, even like as if it's not even happening. And sort of the same with video editing, kind of. It's like the two things where it's like I can kind of like stay on task even if I'm not like 100% like mentally focused, right? Writing, I don't think I could do that because it uses I don't know what the actual like neurological term for this would be, but like it I think writing uses like the same brain muscles as like speaking and thinking. Or I say thinking, some people don't have like an internal monologue. Some people want to argue about what the internal monologue is. I did have breakfast this morning. By thinking, I mean like episodic narrative thought. Is episodic the right word? Probably not, but narrative thought. What I'm referring to. If there's writing and drawing and editing, it's probably because you're trying to allocate from the same resources when attempting to talk and write at the same time, compared to the other two. Yeah. It's like if you're doing a squat, and you tense your abs, it's like, yeah, it's easy. But then it's like, okay, now try to do a deadlift and squat at the same time. It's like, wait, what the fuck do you mean? Or what's the one where it's basically like a deadlift into a squat into an overhead press? Is that like a clean or something? But it works because, you know, it's in sequence, plus they all kind of like go together. None of what I'm saying is making any fucking sense. I should just stop talking and draw. At least I live inside. When people say it's impossible to multitask, people can walk and talk without losing efficiency in either. Take umbrage with that, because I am also someone who cannot multitask. My brain is very single-threaded. What I think people mean, or at least people who are saying it seriously and not just, like, bragging about how inept they are. Where the fuck did my ruler go? There it is. What I think they mean is multitasking is also only impossible in regards to doing similar tasks concurrently that utilize very close to the same kinds of skills. What I think people mean when they think of, because what I think what people mean when they say that, because when they think of multitasking, I think most people probably think, or a lot of people probably think like, oh, working on a project and checking email at the same time. It's like that, like that's obviously not possible, right? Like in terms of doing tasks, right, that you could define as productive, it's not. It obviously like can't be done, right? But if you're talking about doing two different things in ways that your brain, or in ways that the brain can kind of like, multi-process or multi-thread, like talking or doing something else that doesn't require thought, or actually, that's a good way to put it. Something that doesn't require thought. Like, walking doesn't really require thought. Like, yeah, you have to think about where you want to walk to and why you're going there, but actually, the actual process of putting one foot in front of the other and falling with style, yeah, not doesn't require any actual mental effort. Whereas speaking, it's like, okay, yeah, it's a little different. But something like, oh yeah, I can clean my room and do my homework at the same time. Oh yeah, I can multitask. It's like, no, you can't. You fucking liar. You're gonna sacrifice, because with any kind of productive task, you're gonna sacrifice productivity in one task over the other. It's just gonna be the way it goes. Or, I've seen multitasking be described as like, oh, you know, you slow down in one task, so you move on to something else you have to do instead. And it's like, well, that's not really multitasking, is it? That's like fucking... To equate that to a computer, that's like saying, okay, I want to close this program, save and close, and let's open a new program and open a new project. That's not multitasking. That's like fucking switching. Excuse me. you'd say I'm correct on this? It's just like how when you've heard it, people use that as an excuse to downplay your efforts and essentially go, you could do better. I mean, yeah, people are going to do that all the time with anything, really, right? Oh my god, we're nowhere close to being fucking done! Do this big one first. And my tablet needs a nice wipe down, too. Doesn't need to be now, but should have been before stream. What if I should show the other project I was working on while you were streaming? Maybe I won't. I think I posted it in the Discord. Or I think I posted one thing from that idea. I don't think anybody gave a shit. Can't stop drawing magical girls, dude. It's like I caught a fucking disease. Two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Shit, are we gonna have enough time to do another panel? Maybe we can start another. Be from this page or another page. I don't know. Domo page? Oh, how about one of the Aho pages? I don't know. You know, eventually I gotta make, like, dinner for myself. Like, I came back. What if I just skip dinner? We just keep drawing post fantasy for the next 3 hours. Say yet again, biological functions suck and need to be changed once humanity transcends our biological code. Sure you want to piss off Sinclair like that? I mean, I know there's really nothing to be afraid of, but like, still. You ain't saying become Clanker, you're saying we need more Gregory Boy? Who I've beaten in a pit. Okay, so last I left off with Limbus, I was turning on my fan. Last I left off in Limbus, I was getting filtered by Pinky Mom. And then you told me to use your Thumbersaw. I don't even know if it was your fucking Thumbersaw. It was somebody's Thumbersaw. Got through it. Got through the fight after that. And then I just started getting fucking blown the fuck out by Asmongold. Oh shit. And that's pretty much where I left off. I haven't gone back since. I was also feeling pretty garbage that day, and I don't know if that was like a contributing factor. It might have also just generally been like lack of sleep fucking up my head. Because the next day, which was yesterday, I did a stream and I felt like, yeah, I felt fine. It was on Tuesday, like I felt like shit. Like I had like, it's like this weird feeling where it's like, you feel like you really want to and need to do something, but at the same time, it's like a part of you that's like, it's like this, I don't know. It's like refusing to do anything because it's like it's just so fucking done with everything. I don't know. Then I got an actual good night's sleep, and then the next day I was like, oh, okay, I feel better. Cool. I'm gonna draw more magical girls. When I first tried, but Aspen did nearly beat you. Mr. Red nearly died from you screwing up one clash, which is crazy to see. It's all about playing support for Mr. Red in that fight. Also sucks to hear I wasn't feeling well. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what the deal was. It was like, it was weird. It was like a psychological not feel well instead of like a physical not feel well, which is way easier to deal with. At least if you're just like physically sick, it's like, oh yeah, it's just like, fuck it, you're miserable for like a day or two, and then it's like it goes away. You're like, I'm good again. I don't remember if I was thinking about streaming on Tuesday either. Probably not. Probably. Given that. Because I hadn't done the poll yet. I should do this from now on. Maybe that could be the new schedule. Friday stream. Bob stops streaming, and then I go like, hey, coming up next on this channel that nobody asked for. That's me. With Duncan. Maybe it could be this, maybe it could be art, maybe it could be a video game. Maybe it could be Yakuza. Who knows? Devil May Cry. Might have more free time this semester, but I don't know about streaming yet. I don't know how to schedule stuff. You're nobody. You're the one who asked. I think I'm getting a little faster at these, but it's probably also because these are the smaller stars we're working on now instead of the giant ones that demanded a little bit more attention. I've thought of doing... I think I've given like 7 seconds of thought doing coding streams. I think that ended with me saying, yeah, probably not. Interesting as that might sound like it is. That would probably be way more niche than like even this is. On top of that, I don't consider myself a particularly good programmer. So it's like, yeah, I don't know if that's worth watching. But in a sort of, you know, make myself get shit done, Bob style kind of way, you know, it could be nice, it could be helpful to me, but who knows? I don't think I'm exactly stand out as an artist either, but coding streams are niche as hell. Fun enough to do by yourself, very niche. Yeah. I think what you would have to do, if you wanted to do like a coding stream and have it not be like really fucking dry. There's a reason one of the most popular coding streamers, Vidal, is someone Neurosama to constantly keep engaged. That's it. Well, yeah, she's also like the product of the coding, right? Or that, well, no, that's not the only thing he's coded on stream, right? He's coded other shit. I don't think he's like solely worked on her on coding streams. Has I don't know. I've never seen Vidal live. I've only seen like clips of like him and Neuro. I think one way you could maybe do coding streams and have it not be like super fucking dry is if you actually do your project and then get it progressed to the point where there's actually something you can show like visually. Like for example, let's say you were making like a text adventure kind of thing. If you were doing that, what you could probably do is you don't stream yourself doing all the boilerplate and making all the classes and stuff you need. Instead, you do that on your own off stream. And then when you get to the part where it starts feeling like a game, and there's something to see, and you can make changes, and you can say, hey, let's test this and see how that works, and let's make this change, or let's add this thing. That's when you start streaming it. Because then it's you're not working on like all the boilerplate stuff. It's like all the more interesting stuff to see. Like, I can't really compare it to what I'm doing right now because I think it's slightly different. Because even if I did a stream of myself sketching the thumbnails for this comic, I think there's still something there of value. That's not to say that doing your boilerplate and setting up your stuff for your programming project isn't of value. It's just it's way more niche in terms of like watching it. You want to get it to the point where it's like, oh, you can actually see like some sort of tangible change in the project from these changes you're making, or these features you're adding, or these like functions you're writing and stuff. Or I don't know. That's just like my kind of like knee-jerk impression. It could be a little simpler than that, or more complicated. I don't know. I had half a mind to do like a text adventure thing, just like something cute to build in like C++, like for practice. Never fucking got around to it. Can I compare coding to doing math? Sure, it can be very engaging for the person doing it, but for someone watching it, it'll never be interesting unless you have something more to it. I've always kind of equated programming to like playing a puzzle game, which is like sort of like the whole idea, right? That's what it is. It's at the end of the day, coding and programming. You're doing problem solving. And so, basically, it's like the stuff I was talking about, like setting up your classes and stuff for your text adventure. I'm going to stick to the text adventure example. Setting up all that stuff, your functions and your classes, like your base classes and like your basic functions. Like you're not even like adding anything new or exciting yet. You're just laying down the groundwork to build everything with. That's sort of like watching somebody in Portal or Portal 2, like looking around the test chamber and like figuring out what kind of tools and whatever they have available to them in the thing, and like figuring out like, oh, how do I do this? Where do I go from here? Okay, I can do this with the portal. Okay, I can move this box here. When you get to the stage where you have like more than that, you have like your boilerplate like already, like you have like all the stuff you need already set up, so you're just like adding stuff or making changes to like the game that exists, then it's more like watching somebody like solve the puzzle, if that makes any sense whatsoever. Long dinner prep is going to take me. It will probably go longer than I intended. If just by a little bit. I don't think I could just intermission and I'm back because I think 40 minutes or so. I haven't prepped anything. And in the old days, I'd be doing streams after dinner, so I wouldn't have to be thinking about this shit. Holy God, one more star, we're almost done. Miko, no more, please. You kind of get it? Okay. Yeah, I also just don't think I'm particularly good of a programmer. I mean, I'm still, like, the fucking noob, right? So, like... And even if I was to get, like, even like, when I get the comp sci degree, it's like, oh shit. You're still a fucking noob. Because you haven't actually worked on anything yet. You're not practicing. You're not building the skill set. You're still gonna play the game like a fucking scrub. Miko's gonna make a quasar just for me. Fucking good. It'll suck up all these fucking stars and I'll only have to draw one thing instead of 20. Oh, okay. I think we're good. All that time. See, this, see that right there? That right there. This right there. Fuck! That show up on stream? Did that show up on stream? Oh, fuck, no. Now you know my horrible secret. I like Kogasa. No, but yeah, that right there, that's why I don't have anything in this window. Or in this screen. It's gonna be rough. If I ever do a music stream, it's gonna be rough, because that's on my main monitor. But I don't have to worry about stuff like that if I'm using mouse and keyboard. Looks nice. I actually have... Okay, so... Because here's how much of, like, a freaking part I am. I have a lot of Kogasa desktop backgrounds. But my desktop background's, like, in slideshow mode. So, all three monitors have a different background on them. And they run in a slideshow, like, at random. And I think it's like every hour or so it changes. So there's a bunch of there's a bunch of Kogasas on my desktop background all the time. There's one by what's the artist's name? Kawaii Bug, I believe his name is. Her name is. Made a Kogasa image, very distracting. Super distracting. I look at it like, shit, I have to look away. I can't focus. Yeah, I say that looks nice. You just leave the background default for Windows 11 because you have tabs open all the time. Basically, never see it anyway. Also, you're lazy. I mean, but I like seeing it when I turn my computer off, when I get ready to restart, when I get ready I turn it back on before I start opening shit. I'm bad enough. I'm at the point where I have like different desktops. Like, I don't just have, like, a bunch of different windows open with a bunch of different tabs. I have different fucking desktops. I have different windows with different tabs in them. So, you know, sometimes I do see the background. I also made the lock screen on the computer. Like, oh, gossip back. Like, fucking thing. Okay. What should we work on next? We've done that. In freaking 2.5 hours, we've done one panel. What's next? What should we do next? I did save this, right? I believe so. I literally just saved it. Yeah. Probably a person-focused panel. Yeah. Yeah. It was tedious as fuck to do, but I do like how this panel looks. I mean, this is still my favorite page of the bunch. I think I said this at the beginning of the stream. It's just, sky looks nice, mountains look nice, Aho looks nice, but you know, who's gonna pat me on the back for stating hard truths about Aho? Like this page. This page is done. This panel done? I guess it is. These two obviously are not. This isn't person focused, and it deceptively appears as though it would be fast, easy, but probably. I would probably open her wings here. Maybe, could we pull her up? Where is she? Something we would need to do. I guess we could, but then I'd have to move the mask up too. A lot of work. It's also the same tricky perspective that the techie page has. Where is that one? See, the techie page is more extreme. Because this one with Oku, it's like sort of looking slightly upward. This one with techie, it's like directly upward. Guy. I sometimes forget that I did this. This little look close. I think I did a quick pass with the blur tool. It's like one of those things I forget that I did until I look at it again, and it's like, oh yeah, I did do that. Got these Aho pages. She's doing her dance along the surface of the lake, as described by the narration. Except, you know, it wasn't described how she was dancing, just that she was. I also like drawing the skyline of the city of Zen, even though I think I probably drew it pretty inconsistently. Yeah, you want to start writing? Your pain grows? Okay, just for that, we're gonna... Okay. We got this first page. Page 2. Page 3. Then the third lake shows up. I like this as well. This has too much stuff going on. I don't think we're gonna do that panel. Tiny bit dragon pilled. Art's nowhere near as good. I would never even suggest I'm anywhere close to as good as Naito. I think I showed these already. There, how much more pain are you in now, Bubba? It's cool because it's like you could tell, you can get a feel for where everybody is just kind of based on where the sun is and looking at the city in the background. I don't think, you know, I kind of just came up with this on my own. I don't know if the school is actually supposed to be like a giant skyscraper. Death to thoughts. I do this one, then I gotta remember how to draw. Okay. Okay, Bob, name a post-fantasy. Name a post-fantasy, and who's not named Teki. Or Igai, because that one's done. Or Aju, because that one's also done. Who's on the list? Pretty much Miko and Tomo, I guess. Tomo? Yeah, I haven't done her page at all yet. Is that who you're picking? Tomo then? Sure. Fuck, I don't. Here's the problem, dude. The only post-fantasy girls I ever drew with any regularity were Igai. No. So now I have to figure out. I have to figure out how to draw Tomo. Oh no! Oh no! But it's literally just like this. It's literally this, and then this, and that's all the Tomo. Well, I guess that's her hand. Need to look at your notes again? Didn't you have... I told you to make a wiki. Didn't you tell me you had a wiki? Did you lie? Did you lie to me? Right to my face. Lie right to my face. Shoujo Tomo. Oh, I said this at the beginning of stream. I have my wiki up. Not my wiki. I don't have post-fantasy stuff on my wiki. I have my Buru up. It's like pretty much all the post-fantasy shit that I've drawn. I can just search it up easy. Without having to dig through like a bunch of fucking folders of shit. On your last computer, you need to plug in your... Why didn't you just put it on a feckin' USB? That's what I do. Unfortunately, that means that it takes like 5 minutes to frickin' spin the thing up. But once it's up, you're good. Tomo. I don't... Dude, on my Buru, there's only like 7 illustrations with Tomo. And one of them doesn't even count because one of them is like grayscale and the other is a color version of that same grayscale image. How do you come across as smart enough to do this simple thing? Me. Oh. Yeah, but like, isn't that... Unless, okay. The only reason you wouldn't, the only reason you wouldn't do your wiki off a USB is if you were going to run it in a Docker container. I guess in that case you wouldn't want it on a USB. I don't know if you'd be able to do it on a USB, or it'd be harder. And there is good reason to run your wiki if you use MediaWiki, right? You didn't go for DokuWiki? If you're using MediaWiki, there's a good reason why you'd run it off a Docker container. Because I found out the hard way when it comes to like Lua modules and stuff. Yep, I'm Media. When it comes to Lua modules and stuff, like the modules and add-ons you can get for your wiki, the problem with MediaWiki is that for the Lua scripts and stuff to work, I think they're Lua scripts, I don't remember now. For that shit to work, for the modules to work, Windows doesn't play nice with MediaWiki, or maybe it's the other way around. It bugs out on Windows and the modules fucking break. So you need to run them on Linux. So if you run them in a Docker container, that's basically running them in a Linux virtual machine. So you can have your fancy info boxes and nav boxes and stuff like that like Wikipedia has. There's ways to get that stuff without modules. It's just like harder to find because everybody uses modules. And also, if you want to just import shit from Wikipedia, it's going to be using like those modules and stuff. Let's try to draw Tomo. Okay. I was taking a drink of water. So the good thing about drawing Tomo, because of the way I wanted to do this, and the way I've sort of conceived of this, we're drawing them as like faceless bystanders. I kind of like how I've drawn Igai here, or Aju here. Yeah, I know the chest size is not canon. It's smaller than it's supposed to be. Fine, fucking sue me. Okay, I'm not fixing it. Or maybe I will. Maybe I will fix it. The fact that that's something that always crosses my mind whenever I look at this page bothers me enough, I might fix it. And all the pages with Aho, same deal. So, I don't actually have to remember very strongly how to draw Tomo. Just enough. I say while I have a picture of her fucking staring right at me. No exaggeration, she actually is staring right at me. It's I can't click, I can't drag. Why not? I was gonna click and drag and open up the image and show you which picture it is of Tomo, but like, oh, okay, I guess I'll go fuck myself. Dude who has no face, only hat? The eternal unending Zune. I mean... Okay, let's do this panel up here then. This panel's just gonna be your hand. She's on the... You know, I realize I did an oopsie. I did an anachronism here. Because, correct me if I'm wrong, Princess and Reppu are supposed to be like at most like 3 years younger than Miko, right? Or like 4 or 5. Like anywhere from like 3 to 5 years younger than Miko. So like technically they shouldn't even be on the fucking phone with Tomo. They technically shouldn't even be on the phone with Tomo. I made an oopsie. I forgot my post-fantasy lore. Oh no. Is this armature good enough? Probably, maybe, perhaps. Just a smidge. Okay, let's at least draw Tomo before we have to quit. Just imagine them being time travelers. Sure, totally. It'd be easier to just say, in this timeline, they're quite a bit older than Miko, and like just fine, call it a day. Instead of being like 4 or 5 years younger than her, they're like 6 years older, or however the fuck old they are. I don't even know how old Miko is supposed to be in this. Like 10-ish? I don't know. Hey, this armature wasn't good enough. Stuck with it now. Holy shit! Tomo, are you a fucking groomer? Repoichi realizes how Tomo is Tomo is a close friend of Miko in this timeline. This accusation kills the Tomo again. I mean, to be fair, in this timeline, she's somehow become Miko's babysitter, right? because the timeline we're talking about, right? The timeline this is happening in is also... I have to actually do it this way. It's frustrating. It's also the same timeline where, bro, I can't find shit doing it this way. Where like, this happens. Same timeline. Same fanfic. Fanfic of a fanfic. Where was the page? Right. I already need a refresher. Excuse me. Yeah, that seems right. Where is... I lost the page again. Oh god, it gets worse. Repu before starting her campaign to cancel Tomo, you can already see the misunderstanding field. Fuck do I draw Tomo's face? Fuck do I draw your face? This is all remarkably unhelpful because I've only ever drawn like fucking 7 images of Tomo, apparently. Alright. Obviously, I'm needing one of your wonderful drawings as a reference. If you don't mind, yeah, sure. Send it forward so I can put it on screen so I can look at it while I draw. Can't see her ears. Okay. Plus, she's got the hood on, which helps me. We're gonna draw over that. Don't worry about it. Looks a little bit more. It looks more nonplussed than she does fucking aggravated. Looking at thicker brows, didn't I? Yeah. Erasure. Leave it like that for now. Move on. Probably do something like this. That. So we have an idea. I remember her hair's like walking. Actually kind of makes doing this like this a lot easier, actually. Something like that. Which means here. Means back here. I just realized something, like I can follow the joke with the repu thing you were bringing up in chat, but problem is, I don't fucking know anything about repu. That's a tiny little bit we got of her when Post Fantasy was the thing. Can't even see that side anyway. The fuck? Draw an this is tough. How do you draw an effective, like, fuck you, without being able to draw the eyes? There's your Tomo, you animal. what do you mean? Oh, you DM'd it. Okay. Am I meant to... Wait, am I meant to read this aloud? Also... Can I show? Nah, okay. Okay, I remember those details about her. I can show. How do I show? Copy. Link. Okay. Why can't I fucking click and drag, dude? There we go. This will be indispensable. Oh yeah, see, I could see it coming together already. I think we used different blues for her eyes. It's like a darker, more saturated blue. I did that one color image of her. Heart knows every bound. Let's try and fuck, why is there a phone? Okay, we're safe from the phone. I've successfully run away. Boy, I sure do wish I drew more faces, Homo. I'd have more to go on. keep that, right? If 150% zoom seems a little excessive, yeah, I kind of do that a lot. Be something of a bad habit, but hollow light of the sealed land again? God, doesn't Tomo famously think herself the cutest post-fantasy who? I seem to remember that being a detail. I seem to remember that being a thing. Besides her especially hating Apple. You just hate the best girl like that. It's pretty rough. Okay. This, I think, will go like that. Mask outfits that go under the hair, because I don't like it. I don't like that anime thing where you can see like the eyebrows and shit and details of the face under the hair. I think that kind of like takes away. Not a fan. You have to go back to check what I said. You tell me. Yeah, I remember that. I seem to remember that being the case. Ooh, right. Mustn't forget. Very important detail. its own layer just to make it simple. I don't remember if you're supposed to have like the Japanese ghost triangle thing, but I gave it to her anyway. Oh wait, no, apparently not. It's not in Pop-Up's version. Or maybe not, I don't know. Again? No, fuck off. You can't just give it to me twice in a row. We're skipping. I didn't know it's ever been a thing for her. You never thought it looked bad or anything? How you even imagine her wearing it because it feels kind of funny how direct it is to what she is. Just because most people wouldn't understand it. In the city of Zen? Yeah, probably. They got the disease of the mind there, but it wasn't what it wasn't the shit I was on. Fuck, I don't know. Maybe it is. I never finished Lobotomy Corporation. Shit, I really gotta stop soon. Where's the oh, there it is. Okay, is Tomo like actually like really tall, or is that just something I imagined? That might just be something I imagined. Like her and Becky being the tallest of the group. Or I might have just thought that because everybody fucking dwarfs Aho. In terms of like stature. It's fine. Yeah, that's good. Good enough. Yeah. Do we finish this? Yeah, I guess so, even though it's gonna keep up like that. Oh, small. Remember us vaguely having... I think I sketched the beginnings of one, but then never actually did it. I don't remember what the standing was. I don't think you ever came up with heights either. Feels like the easiest heckin' thing to do. You're imagining everyone lined up and you guys just slowly floating higher and higher until she's the tallest of the group. She would. She would, the little weirdo. Affectionate. I don't even feel hungry yet. And I don't know if it's because I had like a small lunch or because I'm still drawing. But in about an hour and a half, it's gonna be too late for me to eat. I think that dinner prep went out the window. I'm gonna have to fix something else. Oh, we do even more of the supposed to look like. Damn, girl, live like this? Got her freckled face. Got that detail. Even though it's staring me right in the face. They're fixed. Foolish. Okay, now this. Tedious part where, everybody asks, "How clipsvh, why the fuck do you do that?" And I go, "I don't know. I just kind of like how it looks." Doesn't it take forever? It's like, yeah. Why do you do it? I don't know. It's kind of like how it looks. That time Tomo asked Miko, he's like, "Hey Miko, you know you like girls, right?" What do you mean by that? What did she mean by this? Waiting for Bob to not realize that I'm asking that sarcastically and answer it seriously. This finishing step would also be similar to the stars we were doing with, like, kind of like, oh, he's doing that fucking hatching thing he always does, like fucking Rob Liefeld or some shit. And you don't really start to notice the difference it's making until I'm like way more through the image, how do I phrase this? Like I'm deeper in. It's like, see, like, this is what I mean. I get rid of it. It's like, oh wait. Then I put it there. It's like, oh, it looks like clipsvh drew this. But you don't start to see it. You don't start to see the difference it makes until like a little further through. I saw some. Guess it's a I don't hear this. Very good. Should we do a background? Yeah, maybe, right? Guess we can call this panel actually done. Yeah. Ask. Going all the way around. Give it one of these. Gluing it doesn't really help me. Okay. Okay. That's one single promo panel. At least we can say we did 2 panels in one stream. Instead of just one. My art is my art, most certainly. Me. Okay. Take off my fruity drawing glove. It is now an hour past when I wanted to stop. So any dinner prep I had in mind is gone right the fuck out the window. I'll find something bigger to prepare. I don't feel that hungry. I think that's probably because I've been drawing the whole time. My stomach has a habit of shutting the fuck up whenever I'm focused. Anyway. I'm gonna close this. I think everything should be saved. I don't think there should be anything that's like still going like, hey, I'm not. This one's saying, hey, I'm not saved. Save, bro. Okay. The most time-consuming panel was this one, but we did 2 panels. It's better than no panels. Great job. Now you're gonna cry to sleep. Yeah, I may do the same. Anyway, let me put that away. Anyway, that's gonna be it. Thanks everybody for watching, for stopping by, for chatting. See you all next time. Unless I don't, I think Bob's gonna see you tomorrow. I'm gonna let this play us out and finish it off there. Thanks for watching, and yeah, bye.